Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm NFX and today we're at K1 Mississauga. In today's session, I'm going to try my best to set the quickest lap of the session, but also see if I can do a personal fast lap here. I've been here a couple times, so this track isn't very new to me. I actually done a previous video at K1 Mississauga, and it's funny because it was also on the same day as this, so this is just me getting a little bit more prepped up. One pet peeve I have with K1, and it's not a fault of their own, it just happens to be that a lot of people go to K1 because it's probably the, I would say, premier place to go to when it comes to go-karting, or just at least indoor go-karting. Is that there's so much traffic and so many different levels of drivers. Like, obviously I'm a little bit more experienced and we have people that are a little less experienced, so everyone's kind of all over the track. And when you're racing against the clock and rather you're the other drivers, it does tend to get a little bit cramped up. And you can kind of see this going into this first corner here. We have like 3 people, and obviously everyone's like very different experiences here, and obviously that's why I could do a double overtake on the outside, right? But yeah, it just makes it really hard to set some really fast laps, especially if it's like a full session. And in this session specifically, we actually had 9 people, so that's like quite a bit of people and a lot of overtaking, but a lot of traffic that you kind of have to deal with, which in turn, if you're someone like me looking to set a fast lap, you really do need to navigate through this traffic pretty well. So I do want to stop here as we go into lap number 5 and say thank you to everyone that has supported the channel since I started. We just hit 200 subscribers on YouTube, which is such a big milestone. And funny enough, my goal for the end of this year alone was to hit 200 subscribers, and we have done that just before, you know, the midpoint of the year. And I just want to say a huge thank you for everyone that's been supporting, the new subscribers that have recently watched, and just people that watch and may not subscribe. Like, thank you so much for getting us there. I know a lot of this has to do with YouTube algorithms and pushing it out more, so thank you for your participation, no matter how big or small, in all this. And a huge thank you to everyone supporting this. As I prep going into lap number 7, there are 2 drivers ahead of me. Watch as I do the dirtiest overtake of the session. Not even 1, but 2 overtakes in 1 corner. Watch as I look for the inside line here. See the driver go for the inside, cut back to the middle, just find my way through the middle.
Nice.
And through goes NFX, said David Crofty, and look at that, right through the nastiest overtake. And here, going into lap number 8, this is my quickest lap of the session, and I believe I did a 22-1, which is far from what some of the best drivers are doing here, but at least a good benchmark for when I come here next time. And that is my fastest lap of the session. Now, on paper, it looked very good at 22-1, which is about a second off of some of the best drivers here. And I know a second is quite a bit of time considering this track is very small. I was about 2 seconds quicker than my first session here at K1. So better than nothing. I think there's areas to improve, and if you get a chance, rewind the video, tell me where I've made mistakes or where I can improve. I know I'm a little shaky on the hands, okay? I just don't have that much arm strength, okay? So I just want to put that out there, but do let me know where I can improve. Additionally, if you have any feedback, or if you want to see specific content like tips and tricks or anything like that, maybe a breakdown of how to get into a Arrive and Drive or into karting, please let me know. Of course, I just started a couple years ago, so I'm not that fully in tune, but I can do my best to help you folks get into the sport. The white flags are waved, and that means it's the very last lap of the session. Nothing too important here. I get a little bit of traffic at the very end. As you can see, these 2 are kind of dueling it out. I did want to say that I launched an Instagram page and a TikTok page, and I'm just going to be uploading content on there as well. So feel free to tune into that and follow it. But I just want to say thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for supporting, and I hope to see everyone very, very soon.